Do Arsenal look at this and think we have a relatively... they're certainly on the right side of the bracket, aren't they, in terms of what could come next, which would be the winner of Bodo Sporting, which was Sporting tonight, but rather that than some of the other quarterfinals that we're potentially looking at with Bayern against Manchester City. Real Madrid, sorry.
With all due respect, you always look at the side of the bracket and you go like, that looks a tiny bit better. You still have to win those games. And being in all the competitions, Jamie will tell you that it's not always easy to manage that. You have the Carabao Cup, then you have, you're battling against City. Yes, I know there is a tiny bit of better point difference between the two teams at the moment, but being able to play in every single competition, it's tiring mentally at times. I'll be honest with it, but no disrespect to I'm looking at those. That's why I'm turning, because it came on the side.
The bracket.
The brackets. It is better to be on that side, but still you have to win what you have in front of you and play against the team that the draw gave you. Sporting Lisbon, we all know that they beat Bodo Glimt. It was never going to be easy to be able to come back 5-0. I mean, I know we're going to go into that hopefully later, being 3-0 down to go to 5-0. But yes, for Arsenal is you can concentrate on the Carabao Cup now against a team like Man City, where you keep on fighting against them to try to win the league once again this year. And I don't know what do you think, Jamie? I was just thinking on the top of my head, how much impact do you think that's going to have on the title race on Sunday?
I just think the gap they've got right now is a real good buffer. I said a few weeks ago I thought this could have a huge impact psychologically, especially for Arsenal, negatively or positively. I don't think it affects City if they lost or not. They're not so desperate for a trophy. They've won so much, and if they lost the cup final, probably we've lost the cup final. I think for Arsenal, there's still probably a lot riding on it. They'll want to just get their hands on a piece of silverware. We're talking about them going for the quadruple here, but until you've got something in your hand, it means nothing. And this is the first opportunity. So the weekend will, I think, play a real sort of, have a big impact, I think, for Arsenal. I think it'll be a real downer for them if they don't sort of get their hands on it. Because even though we all believe they've got the title virtually, when you're inside it, you never feel like, you always feel like something's going to go wrong. So they'll have that real fear. So, Manchester City can scare them, shall we say, at the weekend. But I think Arsenal will go on to sort of win the Premier League title. But City going out, Arsenal, we expect to get to at least the semi-final as well. So that might cause a problem as well with the Premier League games.
Also, City being out of I'm saying, I'm just thinking, because if you go far, deep in the Champions League...
Rotation.
Then City don't have the Champions League anymore. That can have a little impact
as well.
But, let's see.
Carabao Cup final, after what we saw today, those two results for Arsenal and for City, do you think that plays any kind of role whatsoever in that final at the weekend, or none?
I mean, I was impressed with the fight the City showed, dealing with the circumstances they had. I was impressed with how they came out in the game, especially the first 20 minutes. If they bring that same mentality, I don't see why they can't get something from that. They're teams that are used to being in those situations. They won a lot of silverware, so they have that going for them. And like we talked about, it could be Guardiola's last season there at City, and he wanted to go out with a bang. So it's a big opportunity for them, and I wouldn't count them out for sure. With Haaland and Doku, it definitely could cause problems up front. Yeah, Doku, right? how you say his name? I'm from Texas, bro.
You said it right.
Oh, yeah.